reports on it, now everybody believes it now, right? Is that, now that Adam Schefter reports on it, now everybody believes it. That's crazy. Uh Howie Roseman, there's been reports that Howie Roseman will in fact move up in the draft. Okay. Adam Schefter reports he guarantees that the Eagles will make a trade or two during the NFL draft. Adam Schefter guarantees that. Okay. Um, I've been here the whole 2 weeks now saying the exact same thing. We know that that's what Howie trades in the draft. We know this. Okay, so now that Adam Schefter is reporting it, now everybody believes it now. Like, I mean, Adam Schefter, let's be honest, right? Adam Schefter, okay? We know he's a renowned NFL insider, right? He guarantees this. My whole thing is Adam Schefter, I've been saying this the last 3 or 4 live streams, right? So honestly, it's really not breaking news. Okay, that was already leaked here. Okay, we already know it. We've already broken down how we broken down the history uh of Howie Roseman and how he trades, and that this is what he excels at, trading in the draft. So this isn't really shocking news to me, but I'm happy it was confirmed. Okay, I'm just happy, really, to be honest, that it's been confirmed, because all signs point to Howie Roseman maneuvering around or doing something, because we know he's going to be aggressive. You don't get an opportunity often to repeat. Okay, you don't get that opportunity often to repeat. You simply don't. So when you do have a chance to do something special, I feel like you have to go all in. And the Philadelphia Eagles haven't really done anything, to be honest. Okay. I mean, they really can't, they really, it's kind of, their hands are kind of tied as it relates to a lot of these moves that they've had to make. But at the same time, we know Howie Roseman is going to be aggressive. We know Howie Roseman is going to be aggressive. That is something that is a fact. Okay? It's crazy that it took Adam Schefter to report on it for people to start taking it serious. I've been my last 4 live streams, I've been ending my live streams pointing out the fact that Howie's only move is to trade up in this draft. That's really his only move. Okay, so now that Adam Schefter has reported on this, it's pretty much all but confirmed. Okay, that Howie Roseman is in fact going to move up in this draft. He's going to trade. He's going to do something. It's been confirmed. Adam Schefter says it. It's confirmed. Okay, it's happening. So we're on the right path here. Let's not act like, hey, we're on the right path as far as having a sense of understanding and direction as it relates to what the Philadelphia Eagles doing, or what their plans are this offseason. We're right on pace then, okay? We're right on pace. I'm glad it was confirmed. Okay? I'm glad it was confirmed. Perfect. Perfect timing, Adam Schefter. Perfect timing to confirm it. Thank you, Adam Schefter. Because I was on this live. I was on my live streams. Every live stream somehow ended with me talking about Howie Roseman, because it just looked so obvious that he's going to make it. You got to. I know it. When you look at the success the Philadelphia Eagles have had, they've always been making moves, dog. They've traded for Jalen Carter traded up in the draft to get him. Devonta Smith traded up in the draft to get him. The list goes on, bro. N'Kobe Dean. Shall I keep going? Jordan Davis. You see, bro, we like traded for AJ Brown gave a first round pick to the Titans for AJ Brown during the draft. Come on, man. We know this is where Howie excels. And in order for the Philadelphia Eagles to compensate for everything that they lost, they have to go get I mean, bro, this trade has to be monumental. Okay, and he said, look, Adam Schefter reports that the Eagles will make a trade or two. That's not to say when they'll trade, who they'll trade for. Hell, they could be trading for somewhere in the fifth round or sixth, right? How significant is this trade? Okay, I'm here to tell you it has to be significant. It has to be. This is about winning 2 Super Bowls in a row. Hey, no, I mean, bro, at that point, nobody can be denied anything, right? That's when you set your mark in history forever. You win 2 Super Bowls in a row. Okay. So this is an uncharted territory right now. So in order to when you're in these situations that doesn't happen often, you have to you have to go all out. That's how I feel, bro. You got to. Just sitting back in the draft when you have all of this, like, bro, the equity, the draft capital that you have. There's no way there's no way for Howie Roseman to just sit back like and not make. I mean, it's you got 20 draft picks over the next 2 years, man. Like, if that's not a telltale sign of what you're trying to plan, what your plan is, then I don't really know what else to tell you. But this is looking like, I mean, bro, is it not? How can it get more obvious? Can it get more obvious of what, now? This could be smoke screens. And at the same time, I don't want to kind of reveal things that maybe that be plan that are plans that the Philadelphia Eagles may not want to be leaked or want to be even, you know what I'm saying? So I would never want to give like the competitive edge away from our team by, leaking or exposing some of their plans in the draft or whatever the case may be, right? So, but a lot of stuff can be smoke screens, so it can work to the team's advantage at times, right? But I don't want to, like, if I see the play, if I see what the Eagles are envisioning in a draft, and I somehow and I'm right, then it's like, damn, did I just give the Eagles, you know what I'm saying? Or I just don't want to give too much information away, or, you know, so I don't so it's kind of tricky, right? But we know that Howie Roseman was going to trade in the draft, right? And again, really, it's more so about how significant. Okay, here's the thing. I think it's something significant. I think it's going to be a monumental trade in this draft to go and get. I mean, bro, I think it's going to take a lot of what we see on this screen to make it happen. Okay, Howie's master plan, bro. He has a shout out to everybody in the chat right now. He has he gotta have something in play. When you watch all of the talent you've lost, he lost his Josh Sweat. He drafted Josh Sweat. He drafted Milton Williams, right? Losing your guys. how he's felt that sting of losing guys he's drafted. He knows he has to replenish that at the like you got he know. Come on, bro. It's a no-brainer, honestly. Okay, so it's a no-brainer. It's a no-brainer when you look at everything that he has. And Adam Scheffner, I'm glad he came out and said it. Cause now I don't seem crazy, bro. I've been saying this shit for weeks. Every live stream, I ended every live stream saying it. So it's perfect that Adam Scheffner confirms this, man. So now it lets us know, chat. It lets us know we're on the right path. Okay, we're on the right path. Okay, we know how he is. We know he not finna just sit back. I can't think of the last time he didn't trade up. And I mean, last year he didn't even. Quinyon pretty much fell in his lap. Coop, it wasn't difficult trading up for Cooper DeJean, right? I mean, but he got over on the Commanders, dog. Fleeced the Commanders. Well, not really, but you kind of see some of how he move in the draft. Like we have inside intel, god damn it. We have actual footage of Howie Roseman, like during the drafts, cooking up, cooking. I mean, bro, fleecing, like getting it going crazy, dog. If it was basketball, Howie would have a triple double. You hear me? If it, you know what I'm saying, like, bro, Howie is doing numbers in the draft, and guess what? It's showing. It's documented. It's documentation. It's documentation. So that's what's so. I mean, bro, we have, and it's so you look at just how his prior history of his moves in the draft. You look at his prior history in the draft. What is he doing? What's going on? He's making trades. He's moving around in the in the right. He's either he's doing so much, bro. It's like the trades are nonstop. But I'm here to tell you guys, this isn't it's not going to be just some average trade. I think it's going to be like a trade in the top 5, top 10 in that range. Okay, I feel like if Howie can get in the top, I think it's going to be something big, bro. Okay, something's going to happen. All right, and we know we know he has a master plan. Howie would have to, in all honesty, Howie Roseman, uh, for him not to trade, not to make any moves, would be ridiculous. Okay, he has the third youngest roster. What do you need draft picks for if you got the third youngest roster? You don't got to think about the future. You just got to worry about paying them for now. That's all you got to focus on, Howie. You just got to focus on paying guys. Okay, I mean, right as of right now, you do the last thing Howie needs is those draft picks. You don't need them right now. The team can only be get you only can have so much talent because the cap space ain't gonna allow you to overload. So the people so to it would be foolish to think he had the 20 draft picks in the next the 20 draft picks that he has in the next 2 years combined. You think he's gonna hold on to these and just sit there and draft more and more young talent? No, bro. Like that's not how you build your roster. You don't build I mean, coming off of a Super Bowl, right? As the champs, okay, you always want to get better and you want to have depth, okay. But the Eagles can do that. They can add depth, add quality young players, and still trade up in the draft for. They can draft. Look. This is what this is. Listen, guys, because you guys don't see it. You don't guys. It's the bigger picture here is Howie Roseman with the draft picks. He can trade up in the top 5, still get more rookies for depth and develop young players, and have the third youngest team. All signs lead to Howie Roseman trading up in the draft. Okay, you got the third youngest team. Why the hell you need 20 draft picks? That's my thing. Why do you need 20 draft picks? That's why do you need 20 draft picks? Uh how we shooting for Abdul Carter? That's my I know that's crazy. I know that's wild to think, right? But again, I feel like that's the only move. I feel like that's the only move is to trade up for if I mean we know the Eagles need pass rushers, right? Abdul Carter, he's probably the best pass rusher in this year's draft, right? He's not going past. Okay, I could say Abdul Carter is like Michael Parsons. So so when you look at Abdul Carter, it's pretty much like it's like a Michael Parsons, right? So imagine having a Michael Parsons on this team, right? That's what it. So I mean, bro, how we again? Hear me out, chat. With the reports being what they are, at this point it's confirmed. Okay, we've been saying this the whole entire week that what's going to take place. So I mean, it's all for me personally. I'm just excited that we on the right track. That's what I'm excited about because there was a notion that Howie Roseman wasn't going to make a move. Okay, people, they called me a conspiracy theorist, right? What happens when I say the Eagles win the Super Bowl and they win the Super Bowl? What happened when I say the Eagles gonna beat the Rams? The Eagles gonna beat the Commanders? What happened when I go live and tell you guys this? What's gonna happen? Game in, game out, and I'm right. Is it a conspiracy then? No, it's not a conspiracy with then, bro. Okay, we again, we knew this already. We knew this already, Adam. That was already that's and you can guarantee Dallas Goddard is going to be somehow Dallas Goddard Bryce Huff is going to be in the mix. Whatever trade is going, bro, something monumental is in the making. Okay, 2025 draft, Eagles trying to repeat everything on the line, our legacy, everything, bro. I think we definitely I think Howie is finna cook something up. Um, I think Howie is gonna cook something up. Buddy Love says Howie needs to be stopped. This guy's too good at his job. Hey, look at look at how many draft picks we have though, bro. In the next 2 years, we have 20 draft picks in the next 2 years. So what do you think is gonna happen, bro? Do you think the third youngest football team, do you think they are going to use all of this draft capital for more young players, or do you think they package that into a trade to move up and go get somebody that they covet? Like 2000, when what I mean, bro, you look at 2026 having three third round picks and three fourth round picks. Yeah, those are gone. You could expect that third and fourth round pick in 2026 to be put in a trade package. I can guarantee you that. If you look at what Howie is going now that we know he's going to trade, we can move on because we already had that. We've already established that, right? What happened is Adam Schefter just confirmed it for us, which he just let us know. Adam just let me know, hey, bro, you on the right path, right? You know what you're talking about. So here's what's gonna happen next. So we can stay a step ahead of everybody because we already are. What will how we trade? Okay, I can guarantee fucking you. Okay, here's what's gonna be when he does make this monumental trade. Here's what he's going to give up. Okay, the 2025 first round pick. Obviously, you swap picks right in the first round with whoever you trading with, so you're gonna give up the 2025 first round pick. Okay, from there you package Dallas Goedert in. Okay, and you got three third round picks and three fourth round picks. You package a third round pick in 2026 and a fourth round pick, and that's where you start with negotiations. Okay, you start with Dallas Goddard. You start with your first round pick in 2025, and then you start with a third in 26 and a fourth in 26. But guess what? You'll still have two third round picks in 2026 and two fourth round picks, right? So those are gone. I can guarantee you that. I can guarantee you that. I can guarantee you that. That's a fact. Okay. You got Dallas Goddard, 2025 first round pick, a third round pick in 2026, and a fourth round pick in 2026. I'll repeat that again. That is what you start with. Now you might have to package in a second too, right? If you real that but again you want to hold off. If I'm Howie, I'm starting with my 2025 first round pick, Dallas Goddard, a third and a fourth in 2026. Right now, of course, you're gonna have to add something in there, right? And that's where you have to either go you will have to go a second rush. You probably, that's where it gets tricky, okay? Because or you can give up a second in 2025. So right, okay, so that's what you can do because we do have four fifth round picks, right? You can hedge your bet on using those fifth round picks to move up maybe to the fourth, and that's where you build. Okay, this is I just figured it out, chat. I just figured it out. Hear me out. Look, 2025. You see those fifth round picks? Okay, you are going to use the fifth round and then the fifth, sixth, seventh round, right? To go get all your developmental guys. This is where Howie is a genius at in the scouting department, right? Now, that is what you're going to use to build your draft this year, okay? Because you're going to give up your first and second round pick. So you're going to have a third, you're going to have a fourth, but you see that fifth? That's where you're going to do a lot of your work in the mid to later portions of this draft, right? That's where you're going to do all of your damage, right? But that first round pick and that second round pick in 2025 is gone. And even if that happens, the Eagles are still good. So I can see, look, I can envision this. Look, listen to me again, chat now. Okay, and to move up into the top five, right, of this year's draft, I would say you will give up your first round pick in 2025, your second round pick in 2025. Okay, if you have to package Dallas Goddard in there, you do that, right? At that point, that is a sweet pot, bro. But you gonna need more to get in the top five. So you just give them a third and a fourth, and we're still good, dog. because we'll have our third round pick, fourth round pick, and we'll have four fifth round picks, right? So we still got picks. And you look at 2026, you'll still have your first round pick, your second round pick. You'll have you'll have 2/3 and 2/4. Bro, the Eagles are this bro, they can do so much to like move into the top five. Like this is wild, bro. This is wild. Imagine the Super Bowl champions moving into the top five to get a top five player in the draft and still having draft equity and capital to continue. Bro, oh my God, dog. Bro, this is scary. This is fucking scary what Howie is finna do, dog. Bro, oh my God, bro. No, 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 no. I promise you, this is looking like a blockbuster trade in the making. Hey, because you can go so many avenues. Dallas Goedert with that $11.8 million cap hit, bro, you're gone, bro. Dallas Goedert is going to be included in this. So that's gonna make it so much more sweeter. You move off of Dallas Goedert, you save 11.8 million. The only way you can move off of Dallas Goedert's contract is by packaging him into a draft day trade because his value, his market value, is not is too low as it relates to how much money he's making. He's getting paid too much money. He's getting paid way too much money for his contract. It's not his contract isn't even. He's making $11.8 million for 500 yards. For 500 yards receiving. He didn't even. And then he's missed multiple games, bro. Like he's missed over 7 games in the last 2 years. Okay, he's missed over 7 games in the last 2 years. Bro, and he's making 11.8 million and has not eclipsed 600 yards receiving over the last 2 years, right? So Howie is stuck with Dallas Goedert unless he packages him in to or you can trade Dallas Goedert and get a 6th round pick for it. His Dallas Goedert's value was way higher than that. So you package Dallas Goedert into a draft day trade. That's the only way you come off of this contract. Okay? You package him into this. I think that's gonna be the key as well. That's gonna make it so it makes it that much more easier for the Philadelphia Eagles to trade up, right? Because to trade up because now Dallas Goedert, you don't have to add more draft capital. Okay, but even then, dog, these dudes is scary. Like imagine the Super Bowl champions picking one of the best players in the draft. You see how overpowered that becomes, bro, when they're already loaded. Bro, that's gonna be scary, bro. And again, if it works out, teams are going to do good business. Now, what team we could possibly trade for in that? That's a whole nother rabbit hole, right? I haven't even. That's a whole. But I guarantee you, it's somebody. It's always a team that don't want to be in that top five. It's always a team looking to move back and get more for their spot. Okay. But now identifying what team that is for a later day. Okay. But I'm here to tell you, you package in Dallas Goedert. Okay. You give up your 1st round pick and your 2nd round pick, right? You swap those 1st round picks, right? So you give them the 1st round pick and 2nd round pick in 2025 and Dallas Goedert. Right, that a pot is sweet, bro. And you got 3 3rd round picks in 26 and 3 4th round picks in 26. You don't need those really. You can package those off. So you add a 3rd and a 4th round pick along with 2025 1st round pick, 2nd round pick, and Dallas Goedert, and you can move into the top five. Guarantee you, without question. And it's not even a debate. Now, what that leaves the Eagles with is a 3rd round pick, a 4th round pick, and 4 5th round picks. This is where they do all of their damage at anyway in the draft, is in these middle to late early rounds, right? So it plays out perfect. How he can get a top 5 player in the draft, still build his young team, with developmental players and players that are going to be contributors on special teams and great backups, right? And you look at 26, you still got your first round pick, your second round pick, two third round picks, two fourth round picks, a fifth. Come on, bro. Like, that's wild. This is fucking crazy, bro. What they just get. Like, what Howie A. Wait, trade. Hold on. Wait, hold on. What's going on in the chat? I'm trying to see what's going on in the chat real quick. Um, but again, with these reports, it just confirms what we've been saying this whole week, chat. That's all this does. Okay. Adam Scheffner reporting this, bro. It confirmed everything. It confirmed it to us. So we are on the right path, chat. Okay, this is really Adam Scheffner. He just confirmed this for us, bro. We've already known this. This has already been leaked. We've already exposed this already. We've already exposed the Howie Roseman trade. Now, what he didn't say the significance of it. That's good, because I'm here to tell you guys, not only is Howie Roseman going to trade, it's going to be something monumental. It's going to be something monumental. Okay, because it's just too much. It's too much draft equity. You don't need you don't need that many young players when you got the third youngest team. You don't need all of those picks. That's what's so alarming, right? It's a lot of different signs that kind of gave up his move, right? And it's the first time I really felt like Howie was kind of because it's hard to know what Howie's gonna do, right? Bro, if I can crack Howie's masterful fucking plan, bro, I'm right, chat. I'm right there. I'm right there the whole entire time. The whole entire time, I'm literally right there, okay? All right, we know Adam Scheffner has just confirmed this for us. So, and bro, oh man, bro, it's great because now I know for a fact that Howie is. I mean, bro, we. I don't want to get too excited, bro, but it's just good. It's good that I know that we're on we're on the right path. So I mean, when you got the third youngest, you got the third youngest team. You don't need as many draft picks, right? You don't need that many draft picks. Um, But Adam Scheffner, I want to thank you, Adam Scheffner. Seriously. I want to thank Adam Scheffner for confirming. I want to thank Adam Scheffner for confirming what I've been saying for the last, 4 or 5 live streams, okay? I really sound like a broken record, dog, because like I've went down this whole avenue and there was no other way for me to I couldn't stop feeling this way, right? It's like, damn, bro, Howie, what other move do you have in the draft? This is only move. Yeah, of course. Dallas, we've said that multiple times as well, bro. Dallas Goedert is going to be packaged into a draft. If they're telling Chauncey Gardner Johnson that they traded him because of cap and they trying to save money, Dallas Goedert, he got an $11.8 million cap hit. So it's like if he has to be traded or something has to happen with his contract. And the best time I feel like it would be during the draft. Um, hey, no, hey, bro, Mino, I think is more than just having a trick up his sleeve. I think he has like something, uh, man, like I said, I call it monumental. I call it monumental. That's what I call it. I call it monumental. Uh, because again, and even you listen to our owner, okay, when our owner is meeting with the press and he's saying stuff like he has a burning desire to get the third and saying he's just as hungry, if not more, now for a third. Like, dog, if they talk, if they have such a strong if they have such a strong will to want to get the for him to get his third championship, and he's also talking about how much money he's willing to spend, and saying like, bro, like everybody is like really itching for another Super Bowl, right? I mean, from the owner, they're all having discussions about like, I mean, they sound the team. The owner sounds like he is going to do whatever he can and to win another championship. And that's something you want to have from your owner, right? This dude sounds like he's ready to do what he's talking about spending however much it takes, or like the owner is dead set on getting this done, right? He says, I only know one way, okay? Despite a recent budget crunch, Eagles owner Jeffrey Lurie intends to spend for a third Super Bowl. Then what are you going to spend? What? You don't got no money, right? So what do you what do you like? I mean, like as far as like cap space, you don't got cap space. So what do you intend on spending? It has to be draft picks. It has to be draft picks, right? Because what you spending? What you spending? Y'all ain't. I mean, we've done nothing. Free agency, we didn't spend anything. We didn't have really too much to spend, right? I mean, you do take care of Zach Bond and Saquon Barkley, so that is spending, right? So, but I mean, I think he means more than just I think he means spending these draft picks because you got so many of them, right? You got so many of them. So when you listen to the owner, and you know they're ready to be aggressive, and he's saying it's a burning desire to win his third, a burning desire to win your third Super Bowl. bro. So if he has that type of a desire to get another Super Bowl, you know he's all in on a big move. You know the owner wants to see a big splash. So the owner get what he want. God damn it, Jeffrey Lurie, he wants another one. Okay, everybody wants another one. So I mean, everybody in the staff, AJ made a statement, you know, hinting to one like really being locked in to go do it again. Uh, you know, Jalen, you know, Jalen locked in. So, yeah, bro, I think that mindset resonates with everybody, including me. We all locked in and on repeating, right? But if I feel like if the Philadelphia Eagles don't make a move in the draft, because now what they need is they need another Quinyon Mitchell and Cooper DeJean type of thing. Okay, if they can get an at edge rusher, at pass rusher, right? If they can get two guys that can give you the same production as a Cooper DeJean and Quinyon Mitchell, right? I mean, same level of production. We know production that we know it's different positions, but I mean the same level of production at the pass rush position. If we can get that same level of production from two pass rushers, okay, that we got from Coop and Quinyon from like, bro, we're repeating. We're gonna be the number one defense again. Nobody's gonna be able to stop us. Okay, nobody's gonna be able to stop us if we can get two more rookies. Now, however you got to do it, I think this time you're gonna have to move up. Quinyon fell in our lap, bro. Like if Quinyon Mitchell would have, if somebody else was trying to get Quinyon Mitchell, the Eagles would have moved up and traded up to get him. That's what they do. They trade up to go get their guys, right? Uh, Same with Cooper DeJean, right? Cooper DeJean traded up to get him. Like Howie's traded up to get all of the stars on this team. He's either traded for him or traded up in the draft to get him. AJ Brown traded for him on draft day, right? Jordan Davis, Jalen Carter, Kobe, they traded up for all these guys. Uh, right. So it's really a matter of how significant I think this is going to be a monumental trade. Okay, I think that I know it. I know it, bro. They got all the equity. Got all the equity to do so. Um, but Adam Scheffner, thank you, man. Thank you, Adam Scheffner. Thank you, Adam Scheffner, because what you really did was you confirmed Adam Scheffner. You confirmed to us that the Philadelphia Eagles are going to make a move. So thank you. Thank you, bro. Thank you, Adam Scheffner. We knew that this was going to happen. Okay. We leaked it here first. All right. Now, there's always an element of surprise in a draft, okay? Because you don't want teams to know what you're doing. So there could be smoke screens. There could be a lot of false information being put out, right? Uh and that's part of the draft process. Uh that's part of the draft process. I'm finna ban this motherfucker. Shut your bitch ass up. Uh that's really just part of the process when it comes to the draft. But do I think this is a smoke screen? No. I know for a fact that the Eagles are looking to move up and do heavy damage in the draft. Like I mean I know it. you can kind of tell, right? You can kind of tell that this is one of those things that is going to happen. And then you also have Eagles defensive coordinator Vic Fangio wants Brandon Graham to come back next year, right? Now I don't know what Vic Fangio's I don't know what Vic Fangio's plan is here as far as like the Philadelphia Eagles possibly like bringing him. But I know Brandon Graham's retired, right? I know Brandon Graham isn't going to return to the Eagles as a player. Brandon Graham can definitely, come back as a staff member for the Philadelphia Eagles. So I mean, to have Brandon Graham in the building, he's still gonna be trash talking some of the players like he a player, he a coach, right? But imagine Brandon Graham still being on the Philadelphia Eagles. Imagine Brandon Graham being on the Philadelphia Eagles roster. Uh, that would be extremely. That would be a blessing, bro, to have. And but I don't know, man. Okay, but it was reports that Vic Fangio was saying he pretty much is. I'm paraphrasing here, but he was pretty much saying that Brandon Graham, when you look at Brandon Graham on the field, he still, outside of the injuries, like he still has some in the tank, right? So I mean, I'm pretty sure Brandon Graham is gonna stay retired, but who knows? Imagine Brandon Graham coming out of retirement, bro. That'd be wouldn't that be dope as fuck? If Brandon Graham just come back out of retirement and say, "Hey, I'm gonna play one more year," get his ass the vet minimum. Hey, Brandon Graham, if you come out of retirement, dog, you getting the vet minimum, dog. All right, you get the vet minimum. But that would be to have. But I mean, I could see Brandon Graham on the coaching staff. I could see Brandon Graham as a. I could see Brandon Graham as a damn near as like a D line assistant coach or some shit like that, right? Um, but that would be something, man. I'm just thinking about Brandon Graham announcing that he's coming out of retirement. What if this man come out of retirement, win another Super Bowl, and have 3 Super Bowls? Now that would be fucking crazy, right? But I think Brandon Graham cooked right now, bro. That bad. Come on, bro. Vic Fangio, don't try to. Vic Fangio, you trying to like persuade? He said, "LOL, they're gonna pay him a solid 8 million." They definitely would. Hey, bro, I could definitely see that 1 year, 8 million. I think Brandon Graham would then do it for like five, give him 5 M's. He probably, you know what I'm saying? He'll definitely. I mean, bro, but wouldn't that be crazy if Brandon Graham come back out of retirement and somehow and we repeat? Like, damn, imagine like I don't know, bro. If it's like that, do you go out on top? Yeah, but Brandon Graham might have tweaked, dog. I think Brandon Graham retiring too early. Nah, Brandon Graham, you gotta return. Look, think about it. Think about it. Brandon Graham, right? Imagine not returning and we win another one. Bro, hell no, dog. Hey, Brandon Graham should come back, bro. He had 3. We gonna repeat. Yo. Nah, Brandon Graham gotta, bro. Brandon Graham, you gotta return. You have to return, bro. You gotta return. Why wouldn't you? I mean, bro, yeah, and it's hey, if you looking, hey, facts, Eric, it is. But I don't know what's the VAT minimum right now for for ad rushers. It's probably like I can't even recall, bro. I can't even recall honestly. But I mean, but think about it, right? When you talk about when you talk about Vangio like hinting at Brandon Graham coming back next year, okay? When you let's just look at the possibilities, right? Whether that's true or not. When you look at Brandon Graham, can you imagine Brandon Graham retiring and we win a Super Bowl? The same shit happened with Kelsey. Well, Kelsey, we lost. Wait, yeah, bro retired and we won a. Hey, Kelsey gotta don't feel like don't bro learn from Jason Kelsey. Learn from Jason Kelsey, Brandon Graham. We about to repeat. And you gonna retire? Nah, Brandon Graham. You could now Brandon Graham could have three. Don't you want three Super Bowl? Hey, Brandon Graham gotta come out of retirement, dog. He don't need a big announcement. He just needs to say, hey, I thought about it and I believe in this team to win one more. Do you know what the morale that'll do for the Eagles, dog? Think about it. Hey, see, oh, I could see. Look, the morale that would do for the team. Like, man, I believe in the Eagles, right? And I know we can do it again. I know we gonna repeat. I know we gonna win it. Just that to come out of retirement, bro, and for him to believe in his boys, believe in the squad. I think that'll be a great boost for like just morale, right? I mean, I know morale's gonna be high coming off of the Super Bowl, but I mean to show that belief in your team, bro, that goes a long way. So will Brandon Graham return? Who knows? But if you got why is Vic Fangio, why is you trying to pry this man out of retirement though? Like let like, nah, Big Fangio, Big Fangio, you tripping whole time. If like Big Fangio, nah, Big Fangio, this ain't it, man. Let be. You see all that gray in Brandon Graham's beard, man. He got just as much gray hair as you. You trying to get this man out of retirement? Like, hey, like that's nasty work, right? That's what's nasty work, nigga. Uh, Hey, ain't no way this. Hey, bro, ain't no way this true. Ain't no way Vic Fangio is trying to get Brandon Graham to come out of retirement, bro. That is fucking hilarious. That's hilarious. I don't. But hey, Brandon Graham, you retiring too early. Brandon Graham's retiring way too early. Brandon Graham, I think you making a mistake. Brandon Graham, you made a mistake. You pulled the Jason Kelsey. He doing a Jason Kelsey. He doing a Jason Kelsey move. Jason Kelsey retired. He ain't get the Super Bowl. Brandon Graham, you retiring with a Super Bowl, so it's a bit different. But dog, why would you like, bro? Come, I know all the injuries, or I mean, even as a role player, maybe. I mean, the injuries with the tricep, I think that's really put. That's really. I think if it wasn't for the tricep, he tried to play another year. But hey, Brandon Graham, we gonna win and we finna repeat without you. Bro, you could have another one. Really, I feel like it's a perfect ending though. How I just how he retired, but come on, Vic Fangio, don't be trying to like Vic Fangio. This is nasty work, bro. This is nasty work. If you're trying to insinuate that Brandon Graham should return after like that's wild, Vic Fangio. But Brandon Graham, imagine can you think about that for a second? The season kicks off and we start off a no, whatever the case may be, right? Number one seed, right? Number one seed. The road goes through Philly. We smoking everybody just like we did last year. And we repeat. Come on, Brandon Graham, bro. How's that gonna make you feel, bro? Come on, BG. Hey, BG. I'm telling you, you shouldn't have retired, dog. I know they would have you back for a smooth 1 year, 8 million deal, huh? Eric? Give his ass a smooth 1 year, 8 million, or give him that vet minimum. Give him that vet minimum. Pull, bro, run it back. Cause we gonna repeat, and when we repeat, you gonna feel like Jason Kelsey, right? Well, Jason Kelsey is different. Jason Kelsey, like, he was always contemplating like retiring or not. But what happened was Jason Kelsey, he was like, when he retired, we won, right? We lost one with him returning. He came back to, he still believed. I think it was just an over for with Kelsey. I think Kelsey literally couldn't do another year, bro. I think Brandon Graham literally can't. I think they retired at the perfect time, though, to be honest, in their careers. I think I think Brandon Graham, this is the perfect time to retire. I think this is perfect that they're retiring right now. Okay, with Brandon Graham, because like his body with his tricep or whatever. So I could see why he decided to retire. Kelsey, I could see why Kelsey should have been retired, but he kept fighting through. So Kelsey, I could see it, bro. It was definitely the right time for both of them to retire. So, but if you can pull off one more, if you can pull off one more year, I think we should be good. I think he'll win a Super Bowl. I think he'll win. I know we can repeat. He'll have another Super Bowl though. Cause hey man, hey BG, that it seemed like the team will have you back. It seemed like the team will have you back, Brandon Graham. I know they would. If Brandon Graham said, "Hey, I want to run it back," I think we could repeat. I think we could do it again. Like, why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you, Chad? I would. Give me a second. I'll be right back. All right. So what do we do know? We know for a fact that we know for a fact that we know for a fact Howie Roseman. We know for a fact Howie Roseman is indeed going to make a trade. Right. That's what we know. All right. We know Howie Roseman is going to make a move. Okay. From reports of Adam Schefter saying that he guarantees that the Eagles will make a trade or two during the draft. Thanks for confirming that. We already knew that, Shefty, Adam Schefter. Thanks for confirming that. Thanks for confirming that. But now we look we it- it's we look at how significant is this draft move going to be? Like, is it going to be just, oh, you trade a third round you pick for a second, or swap third rounds, or swap? Like, how's this going to really, what does it entail? Right? This was just like, this was really like something we all knew, right? But it's good that it was confirmed. Now, what are you gonna do? How we like, you got the third youngest team in the NFL. You don't need draft. You don't need 20 draft picks in the next 2 years. You don't need 20 draft picks. You don't need that. We don't need it. We got the third youngest team. Why you need 20 draft picks? So you auction that off, right? We know that's going to be equity to maneuver in the draft. Okay, too many draft picks. How we can go? And to be honest, if he wanted to, I think Howie can double dip. He may be able to double dip with these edge rushers. Okay, he can double dip with he can grab two of these edge rushers. Okay, these are the top edge rushers in the draft. James Pierce from Tennessee, Abdul Carter from Penn State. All right, all of these guys, right? They can bring something different to your football team. Okay, but it let the Eagles can grab. They can let, because look at what they did last year's draft. They went and got Quinion and Cooper. Why don't you go get two edge rushers now? You lost Milton Williams and you lose, right? You've been edge rusher has not been good. It hasn't been it hasn't been it's been ugly when you lose Hassan Reddick. You lost Milton Williams, Josh Sweat, right? Dang, it's like, bro, we need edge rushers immediately. Okay. So this is what you hone in on. You look at these edge rushers, and again, look, like I said, last year's draft, I expected the Philadelphia Eagles to go edge rusher. I mean, yeah, go edge rusher, but they went deep. They double dipped that DB, and I'm like, damn, right? I was shocked. Now, with the loss of Milton Williams and Jordan, with Milton Williams and you lose Milton Williams, you lose Josh Sweat. Bryce Huff, who you signed, is looking like trash. Let's be honest. It's like, bro, it's not. You don't got a lot there. You don't got a lot of edge rusher. Okay, what you do have, Nolan Smith and Jalen. Brandon Graham's retired. Like, bro, you got. We know what the move is. Okay, we know what the move is. I would double dip at one. I will grab two edge rushers. I would trade up for two of the best edge rushers, and so and that's going to be Abdul Carter and yeah, why not? Why not go get two of the best edge rushers, and then you do that. You grab two of the best edge rushers in the first round, right? What you do is you solidify the pass rush, the edge, you solidify that spot for the next 3 to 5 years. Okay. You solidify that spot for the next 3 to 5 years. And once you do that, you don't gotta worry. You don't gotta your defense now, what your defense becomes what your offense is. Right? Now everybody's under contract together for the most part, right? So I mean, or like you got all your star pieces to where they can grow together within that defense, bro. Okay, so it's really what it boils down to for the Philadelphia Eagles. They need a group of guys that they can have play together for multiple years. That's the key here. That's what's going to be the challenge. Um, because it's tough to you look at the offense. The offense for the most part has pretty much stayed intact. The only difference really has been, okay, we know the running back position is constantly changed with Swift, Miles Sanders, and Saquon, but they finally found their guy with Saquon. So that's solidified. So the only changes offensively has been the slot. The slot receiver position has changed so many times, okay? Uh and maybe right guard position. Everything else, the Eagles keep their offense intact. They have to figure out a way to do that with their defense as well. And I feel like when you solidify your edge rush spot, the edge rush position, now you have your defensive tackle spot solidified. You know they're gonna pay Jalen Carter. You got your young corners, your young edge rushers. You got Zach Bond under contract. So, bro, and it all plays out perfectly if they can get this edge. And I mean, I would say for the next 3 years, they won't have to worry about making multiple moves defensively. Now you will have some continuity there, right? You will have the same because I mean you can't. I mean for a defense, especially for a defense, you want to is when you're building like a number one ranked defense, you gotta have you gotta have some camaraderie there. It has to be some stability within the players, right? You just can't keep moving on from players, right? So I feel like the Philadelphia Eagles, they with Darius Slay leaving, James Bradbury, some of these older guys on defense, I think the Philadelphia Eagles will finally be able to keep their core got like they can keep the same players on the right same way with the offense, right? That offense for the most part has been kept together, right? That's what successful teams do. They can keep that you have to keep. I know there's gonna be areas to where you're gonna right with the Eagles, right guard and slot receiver is the positions to where they have to make changes a lot of times. But outside of that, you know everything has been intact. That's what they need for their defense. And you solidify this edge rush group. You get two of the best edge rushers in the draft. That's Howie's move. And there's no other position that I feel like is a need by far. Okay, you solidify that edge rush group. Now you got Nolan Smith, Jalix Hunt, and two of these guys, right? With Abdul Carter, for instance. Imagine that. And imagine if they can pull that off. Okay, you solidify your entire defense, right? Because only guys you got coming up. Okay, you got Jordan Davis, Jalen Carter, and the Kobe Dean, right? And I'm missing somebody, and I think Reed Blankenship. So I mean, you figure those out, and then right, the defense will be set. You figure out those contracts, boom. Now your defense is kind of you'll have a 2 3 year to at least possibly field the same guys over there. There's gonna be some changes, right? Uh, um, So it looked like, and I don't know how, because you can't keep everybody, right? But as of for the next 2 to 3 years, I feel like the Eagles, their defense could be intact the same where the offense has been intact, and that works wonders for your team. Why do you think the offense is so elite? Right, them boys been playing together for the what? AJ Brown, Devonta Smith, Dallas Goddard, Lane Johnson, Jordan Malata, Jalen Hurts, they've been here with each other, bro. That core is there. You need that on defense, right? Um, and I think once you get these edge rushers, Howie's locked in on edge rusher, D line, right? It's something like you. Okay, I put defensive tackles, the D defensive. I put defensive tackles, D linemen, and edge rushers. I put them all in the same group because if you can get a defensive tackle that can pass rush, shoot, that's a rusher, right? We just need pass rushers, right? We need somebody that can rush the pass. Okay, uh, so I feel like D tackle. If you can go get one of the best D tackles, right? In this draft, go get one of the because you're gonna need the best at these positions. So you're not just trading up just to go for no, you're gonna go trade up to get the very best at said position, right? Whether that's edge rusher or whatever, defensive tackle, whichever one it is, whatever they value. Okay, you're not just gonna trade up for a player that's like No, you're going the Eagles, because the Eagles really to repeat. It's a more sense of urgency than ever before. So I feel like the biggest moves are in place. Like I feel like we're set to see some of the biggest moves ever made from Howie. Now that's probably a bit being a bit dramatic. That's gonna be difficult to try to, like, you know what I'm saying, quantify honestly. But I think that they definitely have I'm calling it a monumental move. Like, because the Eagles can do, because this draft is going to dictate if they repeat. That's what makes this so important. The Eagles repeating and having a dynasty is on the line in this draft, right? So I mean, if you can, if you can solidify those chances of winning the Super Bowl, of repeating, bro, your legacy is okay. Okay. For example, let me say this: if the Eagles if the Eagles win a Super Bowl, right? If they repeat, this what happens if the Eagles repeat. Nick Sirianni's going in the Hall of Fame. Now I'm being honest, bro. Nick Sirianni's going in the Hall of Fame. Jalen Hurts going in the Hall of Fame. AJ Brown's going in the Hall of Fame. Saquon Barkley's going in the Hall of Fame. Um, Jordan Mailata, Lane Johnson, Landon Dickerson, uh, Devonta Smith, Nick Sirianni. They're all going in the Hall of Fame, bro. Like y'all tripping. Y'all tripping, bro. Yeah, cause we don't, again, y'all don't know what this, what y'all, you guys don't know. Uh uh so you said Saquon already going in the Hall of Fame. He right, yeah, I think so. But I mean, bro, okay, right. He already going in, Warrior, you said. Now imagine him with two Super Bowls. It's a no-brainer. Like it's without it, right? It's without a shadow of a doubt, right? If they get another one, that's first ballot. Exactly, bro. Now you know, not now we on the same, we see eye to eye then. You know, we understand each other, bro. Yes. You with another Super Bowl, they all first ballot. AJ Brown's gonna be first ballot. With two Super Bowls in a row, the stats matter, but not as much. With two Super Bowls, the stats matter, but they don't matter as much, bro. The two Super Bowl wins will outweigh what you made. Not like you don't even need to be like you, if you don't have to have like the best stats, bro, to get in the Hall of Fame is really more so revolved around Super Bowls. Now, if you got undeniable stats, sometimes you still don't get in. You need a mixture of both. Two Super Bowls in a row. I mean, being and playing in three Super Bowls in 2 years. Oh yeah, bro. Damn near everybody's gonna be first ballot. Jalen Hurts gonna be first ballot. You know he gonna be first ballot. All of the rushing touchdowns and rushing, you know he gonna be first ballot. At AJ pay at the trajectory with AJ, all these damn 1,000 yard seasons, you know he going in first ballot. Devonta Smith with two, if on just off his trajectory alone, if he keep getting the 1,000 yard seasons, 900 yard seasons, add some longevity in, he's going in. Howie is definitely going in. Howie's gonna be the first ever general manager to go to the Hall of Fame, bro. Nick Sirianni is a first. He's going in too. Two Super Bowls. He's the only head coach ever